been somewhat in a different country, Michigan. And I feel like I'm coming home to my tribe. The tribe, many of you that I don't know, but I hope over the years to know further. And so it's a sense of belonging. And just hearing the great stories, the fun, and the things that we've experienced. And as we've chatted with other people, a lot of us talked about discovering our humanity and the humanity of one another through Jim and the program here. And one of the things as you go on in life is there are things that happen that are unexpected. And I was so grateful that my relationship with Jim and June went beyond, as I'm sure it did with most of you, your experience here. And when I hit the wall, I was 39, and we had a small business, and it wasn't going where I thought it would, and how I was supposed to get there. And I was comparing myself to all kinds of people, and I just crashed. And so I experienced anxiety and depression, and was just really, life had not turned out how I thought it would. And at one point, I called Jim up, and he said to me, because I actually thought I was going to go crazy, I was going to lose my mind, everything was just going to fall apart. And I called him and I said, Jim, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm losing my mind. And he said to me, well, I just want you to know that if you do, Jesus will go there with you. And I was like, oh man, the burden fell off, and just to know that this guy who'd been there for me and who had really introduced me to humanity. I mean, I was not at all in the theater or any of that was not my family background, and he arrived in my life and, whoa, I saw something on stage. I saw a celebration of the human experience, and the sorrows and the joys, and people having relationship problems, and I was just so drawn into it, and I said, wow, I want to follow that. And he walked, and June walked along the way with so many of us and prayed for us and for our children. I can't believe, praying for our kids and everything. And I was just struck by the sort of the simple beauty of just a life being. And each one of us here, if we'll just sort of relax a little bit from achievement and what's the impact we're making and stuff like that, and just sort of say, in God's graciousness, as you're just there and being, it will be really important. Now, one last thing. I just got this like about a week ago. He called me Donnie Essa, and I never knew why, okay? But my middle name happens to be Stephen. So Donnie Essa came from that, and it just clicked with me recently. I'm a little slow learner as well.